Want to turn blunders into brilliancies? Join the training. Like, subscribe, and share your thoughts. Tension builds early as Omorjan and Sanz Wawer explore the depths of the Queen's Gambit declined Ragozin defense in 37th International Chess Tournament Open Pula 2025 Round 6. On d4. Knight f6. On c4. On e6. Knight f3. On d5. Knight c3. Bishop b4. This position is typical of Queen's Gambit declined Ragozin defense. On takes d5. On takes d5. Bishop g5. On h6. Threatening. On takes g5. Bishop h4 played by Omorjan. On c6. Queen c2. On g5. Threatening. On takes h4. Bishop g3 played by Omorjan. Knight e4. Knight d2. Knight takes g3. On takes g3. Bishop e6. On a3. Threatening. On takes b4. Bishop e7 played by Sanz Wawer. King castled queenside. Knight d7. On e4. On takes e4. Bishop c4. Queen a5. Bishop takes e6. On takes e6. Knight c4. Threatening. Knight takes a5. Queen f5 played by Sanz Wawer. Knight takes e4. Pause the video and find the best move. Queen h7 top engine recommendation. Knight cd6 check. Bishop takes d6. Knight takes d6 check. King e7. Queen takes h7 check and seize the initiative. Let's go to the main variation. Queen d5 inaccuracy played by Sanz Wawer. Knight e3. Threatening. Knight takes d5. Queen b5 played by Sanz Wawer. Knight c3. Threatening. Knight takes b5. Queen a5 played by Sanz Wawer. Queen g6 check. King d8. Queen takes e6. Bishop takes a3. Queen b3. Time to think. Find the best continuation. Bishop f8 a powerful reply. On d5. Rook c8. On takes c6. Rook takes c6. Queen takes b7 and increase their advantage significantly. Let's proceed to the main game. Bishop e7 played by Sanz Wawer. On d5. Threatening. On takes c6. Pause the video and find the best move. Rook c8 top engine recommendation. On takes c6. Rook takes c6. Queen takes b7. Queen c7. Queen b5 and increase their advantage significantly. Let's analyze the main game. On c5 miscalculation played by Sanz Wawer. On d6. Threatening. Queen takes b7. King e8. On takes e7. Rook d8. On promotes to rook at ex d8 check. Queen takes d8. Bishop f6 played by Sanz Wawer. Rook takes h6. Rook f8. Rook h7. Threatening. Queen takes b7. Knight b8. Queen takes a8. Queen b6. Rook b7. Queen takes b7. Do not rush. Can you find the strongest move? King c8 a powerful reply. Rook takes d7. King takes d7. Queen takes b7 check. King e6. Knight c4 and increase their advantage significantly. Let's analyze the main line. Queen a6 played by Sanz. Wawer. Queen e6. Threatening. Queen takes d7 mate. Queen c6 played by Sanz. Wawer. Knight ed5. Threatening. Knight takes f6. Knight takes f6. Queen e7 check. King c8. Queen takes f8 check. Queen e8. Bishop takes c3 played by Sanz. Wawer. Rook takes d7 check. Queen takes d7. Queen e7 check. Queen takes e7. Pawn takes e7 check. King d7. Pawn promotes to queen at ex f8. Do not rush. Can you find the strongest move? Bishop takes b2 check is best move. King takes b2. Rook takes f8. Knight c3 check. King c6. Knight e4 and put immense pressure on the opponent. Let's analyze the main variation. Rook takes f8 inaccuracy played by Sanz. Wawer. Knight takes c3 check. King c6. On f3. On g4. On f4. On b5. Knight e4. Rook e8. Knight f6. Threatening. Knight takes e8. On b4. On f5. On a5. On f6. On a4. Rook e3 played by Sanz. Wawer. Knight takes g4. Rook takes g3. Knight e5 check. King c7. Rook d2. On c4. On f5. Rook e3. Rook d5. Think carefully what is the best move. Rook e2 strongest choice here. On f6. Rook takes g2. Knight f3. On c3. Pawn takes c3 and seize the initiative. Let's explore the main variation. Rook e1 check played by Sanz. Wawer. King d2. Threatening. King takes e1. On b4. On f6. On c3. Pawn takes c3. On b3. Rook f1 played by Sanz. Wawer. On g4 Omorjan claimed a well-earned victory.